Hey guys, this is Priyansh from the developers team of CustomGPT.ai, and in this video we'll see how you can upload a file to an existing project using the CustomGPT APIs. So this will be a step-by-step hands-on coding guide. This is also a blog that we have written about on how to do that, explaining the prerequisites, setting up your environment in Google Colab notebook, and explaining what a piece of code means. So let me just give you a brief agenda of this video, what we're going to do. So first I have to show you the upload a file block. So this is it. The links will be in the description. The second thing is I'll show you the getting started guide. So this is actually important because if you are or if you happen to be unknown to custom GPT platform, then this blog will help you immensely to get started with using the APIs and the platform itself. So in this blog we have explained about the account creation steps, the tour of the dashboard where you can find the API keys, the payment details, the subscription details, how you can start or create a new agent, pick the data sources like YouTube, Zapier, APIs, or even your website, and more things on that. But this video or this tutorial has been primarily a code based one. So this is a notebook that I have created, adding a sitemap to an existing project. Let me rename this. This is actually adding a file to an existing project. So access to the entire code and more APIs cookbooks will be provided to you. So we have created a public repository under Poll the People custom GPT cookbook. So if you go over here, go over examples, you'll find examples of add a file, add a sitemap, create a board by file, create a board by sitemap, get citations, list all projects, get settings for a particular project, and so on and so forth. For this particular video, we'll stick with adding a file to an existing project, and I'll also show you how you can add a file to a new project as well. So project actually means agent. That's just the synonyms that we'll be using throughout this video. So let me get back to my Google Colab, and here this is the API point that we have created for you. This is how you can interact with the custom GPT APIs. Next on, you'll need an API key. So let me show you how actually you can get your API key. So this is my dashboard. I'm currently logged in. If you want to log in, just go to try for free, fill out some forms, and you'll be redirected over here. I have some agents created, but will create a new agent, and also I'll show you how you can add data sources or upload a file source to an existing one. So to get your API keys, hover over to this profile section, go to my profile, you'll see an API tab over here. So yeah, API key, create an API key. So just give it a name, upload file API 1. So that's not a good name to have, but this is a demo, and this key will be of course deleted after it reaches you. Like before the video reaches you, it won't be available. You won't be able to view it again, so make sure you copy the API keys, and please save this secret somewhere else where it's safe and accessible, because if someone has access to your custom GPT API keys, then they can do almost anything like creating a project, deleting a project. So it's a sensitive thing that you need to take care of. So with the API key being created and I have the secret key with me, I'll just go ahead and paste it over here. The next step is we need to define headers. So the authorization will be based on the API token, and the content type will be the JSON. Next, we'll need some imports, the basic imports like requests and JSON. So this cookbook has been divided into 3 parts. First one was setting up the project, then creating a project, then adding a sitemap. Again, I need to change this to adding a file to a project. So basically, if you do not want to create a new project, if you have an existing project, we'll use project ID for that. And if you're creating a new project, you can grab the project ID from the create project request data or JSON request that you'll be getting. So let me go ahead and just run this piece of code. It should be allocating the runtime, connecting me to the compute backend, and should be getting done in about a few seconds from now on. So let me go back. This has been executed successfully. We have headers and imports, importing the right thing. The next thing is creating a project, but as the document says, or as the video title must be saying, adding a file to an existing project, there are two things. Either you can just comment out this entire code or choose not to run this code altogether, or you can create a project. Let me give this name upload file agent part 2. Okay, let me show you. You can also create a project or edit a already existing project. So just execute it. So it's being executed. I'll head over to the platform, go to agents, all agents, and you will see upload file agent part 2. So this was about creating a new agent. Let's suppose you have an existing agent. What you're gonna do? So if you hover over, go to agent settings, go to deployment section, and over the top right corner, let me remove myself, you'll see an agent ID over here. So just copy the agent ID of your newly created agent or any other agent or any other existing agent. Just go back over here where it says project ID. If you don't want to take it from this process where we created a project, you can just comment out this line, give your project ID here itself, and then you again need to define some headers. Upload file command or the upload file text is files.upload. It will make sure that it will make the Google Colab take or input a file from the user. Then the create file content thing, it will iterate over the values of the uploaded file that I'll be just adding in a bit. Then we define the payload as the file content. So again, the payload is defined. We are getting the URL as API endpoint /projects/project ID /sources. So we are going to add a source to our agent. So the final URL will look something like, let me show you. Yeah, this is the API endpoint. So API endpoint /project/project ID is 1 2 3 4 5, let's suppose, and sources. So now you can add a source to projects with project ID being 1 2 3 4 5. So let me comment out real quick, and just let's go ahead and execute this particular piece of code, and it will ask us to choose a file. So let me go and choose a file. So for this particular reason, I'll be uploading let me show what I have. Yeah, so I have a book on Apache Iceberg. So it's a big long book, about 300 pages and 3.5 MB size. It should be good enough for this video. And yeah, it's getting uploaded. 3%, 6%, 9%. So we'll just skip to the part, or just we can wait while this is getting uploaded, and I'll show you where your data or where your file uploads are going using the CustomGPT APIs. So let me go ahead, go to agents, all agents. So we are uploading the data or uploading a file to this particular agent. Let me go to data sources. So if I go over here, I'll see is this process completed or not. So yeah, 100% done. We have added a source Apache Iceberg.pdf. Let me go back, refresh this a bit, head over to documents, and you'll see a file upload on 14th of March, that's today. So it's been currently queued, it's being processed, and your agent will be ready shortly with you can say the content of the PDF. It will parse it, it will store it in the embedded vector form or the backend that we use to store the content of the file. You might be guessing what all these links are there. So these were getting added, so these got added into here by the sitemap that we used to create an agent. So let me go back and show you why it got added. So when we actually created a new project for the account, a new project, so it actually added sitemap as the payload. So we don't usually follow the practice of creating an agent with empty sources. You can do that, just you have to comment over this code and you will have an empty project. But because we added a sitemap, so that the sitemap contains some more links like Tom Brady's sports article, some more article by ABC News and things like that. So those file content also got added as document sources, and these are the failed links because this URL currently is giving us a 404, or this has been removed by the americanfootball.fandom.com. So we are not able to query it, or our crawlers or our bots are not able to get the data from this. So now your file is being uploaded. Yeah, it's being added, document has been successfully uploaded. If I go and tell our agent to ask me anything, so I'll say tell me something about Apache Iceberg, because this was the file that we just uploaded. So we'll wait for a couple of seconds to get the response from our agent. So it will say, it's saying Iceberg is a sorry, Iceberg is in table format created in 2017 by Netflix, Ryan Slew and Daniel Weeks, etc., etc. So it is getting this data from this reference, and the reference is actually the same file that we added to it. So because it's a file format, you won't be getting the references. Yeah, the file sources is a file. If it had been, let's say, a blog post, like something like yes, I'm still there. Yeah, so if I'll go and ask, okay, I made some mistakes over here, let me go back and XML. So if I go ahead and ask something about Tom Brady to this GPT, who is Tom Brady, it will give me the answer and the sources of this answer as well. So if I go over here, it will redirect me to the same, you can say, the source that we added in the sitemap that this agent now has the access to. So let me copy this one, go ahead to the data field, go to documents, control and find. So yeah, this is the source of the answer. So custom GPT is actually, you put the data that you want to be queried. If you ask something outside of the scope, it will say it doesn't have the actual knowledge of that source. There are tons of things that you can customize, like the placeholder text, the custom ending message, how the citations should look like, or even do you want the citations to be shown, the sources to be shown at the end of the response, or it should don't display after the agent response, plus a numbered reference. That's what we are using right now. Just go to intelligence, advanced, security, just play along with it. See what all things you want for your custom bot or custom agent. And yeah, this has been the ending. Let me show you. Yeah, so let me show you a few more things that will help you use the custom GPT API docs. So for API docs, go over to resources. First of all, CustomGPT.ai. Let's start from the beginning. Custom GPT. Okay, so you'll just get the first link as CustomGPT.ai. Click over it, go to resources, go to documentations, and you will have a CustomGPT.ai copilot as well to like help you with the documentation needs as well. Go over to guides, you'll see create an account, managing agents, managing visibility, making your agent private or public, and click over to API references to see how you can send a GET request to get all pages, or maybe if you want to see a user profile or update a user profile just using the API and not the platform itself. So this is how a sample curl request looks like. If you want to see the responses that you might be getting, so this is a sample OK response, a 200 response. It says success, data created at the, some dummy data over here. If it says something like 401 API token is missing, so you'll have an idea of what's wrong if something goes wrong, or maybe you forgot or maybe you forgot to add a little quotes, or something's wrong with the numbering. It will show you, it will throw you errors, and you'll be able to debug it right then. So that's great. You can also head over to Custom GPT YouTube as well. We are in the process of creating a playlist specifically for developers. So we have like delete a page from your project, upload a sitemap to an existing project using the APIs, and we'll be adding more YouTube tutorials for it, for you to just go over there, see like how I do it, where are the resources, where to get things done from our side. And if you have any questions, just comment down below the video. And yeah, that's it. All the links that were being discussed in this tutorial will be in the project description. Let me see if I have forgot an idea. We covered almost all the things. And yeah, if you need more blogs like this, you can just head over to resources blog, and just developer. Yeah, just pick the category as developer, so you will see only the developer specific blocks here, like adding a sitemap or creating a custom conversation agent, or yeah, it did open up the blog, or getting started as well, or uploading a file. So that's been me. I'm Priyansh signing out. See you in the next one.